In this video, we're going to talk about multiplying polynomials. To get started, we're going to do some just-in-time review, just going over your exponent rules. So number one, it says expand x squared. Remember, your exponent is telling you how many times to multiply the base by itself. So x squared just means that we have x times x. We have two x's being multiplied together. On example 2, it says expand 5x cubed raised to the 4th power. So what this means is that I have 4 5x cubes being multiplied together. So this exponent of 4 is telling me multiply this base 4 times. Well, now if I have x minus 1 squared, this means that I have x minus 1 being multiplied by x minus 1. I have two x minus 1's being multiplied together. And if I have x plus 6 cubed, that means that I have 3 x plus 6's being multiplied together. So you want to keep this idea in mind while we do today's lesson. For example 5, it says, what is the product, so we know that we are multiplying, of 5x minus 3 squared? Well, 5x minus 3 squared means that I have 5x minus 3 being multiplied by 5x minus 3. That means that I have a binomial being multiplied by a binomial. And I can multiply these together using the area model. So I'm going to take one binomial and I'm going to write it down the side. And I'm going to take the other binomial and I'm going to write it across the top. From here, I can multiply each box together. 5x times 5x is 25x squared. 5x times negative 3 is negative 15x. Negative 3 times 5x is negative 15x. And negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. So inside my area model, I have 25x squared minus 15x plus 9. The next thing I want to do is combine like terms and write my answer in standard form. 25x squared does not have a like term, so I'm going to bring that down. Negative 15x minus 15x is negative 30x. And 9 doesn't have a like term, so I'm going to go ahead and bring that one down. So my answer is 25x squared minus 30x plus 9. For example 6, it says multiply 3x plus 4 squared. Again, this means that I have 3x plus 4 being multiplied by 3x plus 4. The exponent of 2 is telling me that I'm multiplying that base by itself twice. So from here, I can multiply these two binomials by using the area model. I'm going to take one binomial and write it down the side. I'm going to take the other binomial and I'm going to write it across the top. 3x times 3x is 9x squared. 3x times 4 is 12x. 4 times 3x is 12x. And 4 times 4 is 16. So inside my area model, I have 9x squared plus 12x plus 12x plus 16. My final step is going to be to write my answer in standard form and combine like terms. 9x squared doesn't have a like term, so I'm going to bring that one down. 12x plus 12x is 24x. And negative or positive 16 doesn't have a like term, so I'm going to bring that one down. So my answer is 9x squared plus 24x plus 16. On example 7, it says, what is the product of 2x plus 7 and 2x minus 7? Again, I have a binomial being multiplied by a binomial, and to do that, I'm going to use the area model. I'm going to take one binomial and I'm going to write it down the side, and I'll take the other binomial and I'll write it across the top. 2x times 2x is 4x squared. 2x times negative 7 is negative 14x. 7 times 2x is 14x. And 7 times negative 7 is negative 49. So inside of my area model, I have 4x squared minus 14x plus 14x minus 49. I'm going to go ahead and combine like terms. 4x squared doesn't have a like term, so I'm going to bring that one down. Negative 14x plus 14x is 0. So those two terms actually cancel each other out. And then negative 49 doesn't have a like term, so I'm going to bring that one down. So our answer is 4x squared minus 49. On our last example, we have 6x plus 1 times 6x minus 1. Again, here I have a binomial being multiplied by a binomial, so I am going to use the area model. I'm going to take the first binomial and write it down the side, and I'll take the second binomial and I'll write it across the top. 6x times 6x is 36x squared. 6x times negative 1 is negative 6x. 1 times 6x is 6x. And 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. Inside of my area model, I have 36x squared minus 6x plus 6x minus 1. I'm going to bring down my 36x squared. Negative 6x plus 6x is 0. So those two terms cancel out because they give us 0. And then negative 1 doesn't have a like term, so I'm going to bring that one down. So our answer is 36x squared minus 1.